And we are recording, and we hear that sound again.
All right, welcome back, Alton. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
So last week we were just talking about school and work,
Mm-hmm.
and getting your daughter back, and I'm just curious how you're doing with balancing all of those things.
It's rough. It's I got a lot of things on my plate. Um, I'm trying to make sure that I go to meetings, which is hard. I'm excited about school. Um, School is a motivator for me. Um, my daughter is a motivator for me. Um, and without that, I think that I'd be real empty.
Right.
Having a lot to do keeps me busy and and less crazy. It keeps me out of my feelings.
Right. You're not up in your head all day.
Yeah, yeah. Because for me, being up in my head, I got a right side committee
Mm-hmm.
that don't agree with the left. you know,
Yep. Yep.
you know.
I know all about that.
And so I got about another year to do in school. Um, I would like to go full time in school, but I can't afford it because I got partial custody of my daughter, and I'm working to get full custody still. As
Right.
so excuse me. So what end up happening is I'm doing anywhere between 6 and 8 credits, up to 2 classes, at night,
Mm.
and it's interesting because I got so much to do that sometimes I think I'm failing in school. Like I took a test and I could have sworn I was going to fail. I really did. I just thought that I bombed it.
Right.
But because of somewhat studying and knowing a lot of the stuff, I got an 83. So my support group, said to me, well, if you can do this, by not 100% focusing, imagine what you could do if you really put your whole head into it.
Right. Yeah.
Um, and I'm at that point now. I don't know whether it's age or what, but I feel like I want to be with somebody. I want a relationship. But having over a year clean now in recovery after having 13 years clean, it's like I'm ready. And in some ways, I am ready. I just don't have the. I haven't found the one that's ready back.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's the hardest part.
you know, I'm ready. You ready? I ain't ready. And I just got to dealing with a friend of mine, and I had to cut it off because, um, in AA it says to thine own self be true,
Right.
and I'm giving and giving and giving and sacrificing my time and everything else, and I'm not getting back
Mm.
what I'm putting out. And so my support group was like, well, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you'll quit.
Right. Yeah.
And it was interesting because I just got into a point where it was like I'm done. If I'm not getting what I want or need out of a relationship, then um, I don't want it anymore. And I remember, without being in recovery, I take another drink, you know, or use some other, my other
Yeah.
drug of choice, and be like, oh, I can put up with it another day.
We'll be all right today.
We'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you.
you
On that.
know, but because I can't afford to use anymore, man. I can't afford to use. It's just so much that I'm excited about.
Yeah. There's a lot riding on your recovery.
And not using that. School is great. I'm on the honor roll for my last 3 classes. I got 2 A's and a B for my last three
Wow.
classes. I got these 2 classes here, and so far I'm maintaining that B average. And so I'm good. I'm good when it comes down to staying focused, but I gotta apply myself all the way. If I can just say I'm not concerned about relationship, or I'm not
Right.
concerned about companionship, and just stay focused on schoolwork and my daughter, I'll be good. Um, but that's hard,
It is.
you know. I don't know what to do. It's almost like I got to, because for me sometimes chaos or drama, excites me.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be right up in the middle of it.
Yeah. I always got to have something to do, and I think I'm finding out I don't like it anymore. I don't like chaos.
Right.
I don't like drama.
Yeah, I mean, when things get peaceful, though, is when, you got to think about yourself, and what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it sounds like you got a lot going on, and you need to, maybe refine your focus on which you're going to jump into.
Mm-hmm.
So what, you think it's going to be school?
Yeah. I'm at a point now where it has to be, because my goal is to be able to graduate on the honors roll that will help me restart my own business again.
Right.
If I can get through this whole course on the honor roll, then I'll justify my personal fee that I want to charge. You got some attorneys, they want $325 an hour. You got some other attorneys, they want $200 an hour.
Right.
For me being a facilitator and an instructor, I want between $125, $200 an hour. But I can't do that if I come to the table with D's and C's.
You gotta have the credentials.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You just barely passed. So do you really know your stuff? Versus, hey, I'm an honor roll student. I can teach what I want to teach because I know it, and here are the grades to prove it.
Right.
And I gotta let that sink in more than trying to be with somebody right now.
Yeah. It sounds like it's more important to you. It sounds like school is way more important than a personal relationship.
But it's hard because I don't feel that.
Right.
I feel like, oh, I'm gonna be all right. I can get through this. I can handle it all.
Yeah.
I can do all of this. I can do all of this. And I don't think I'm finding out that that's true. I'm finding out that I may not be able to do it. I may have to make a hard decision of what's first, what's second, what's third.
Priorities.
Yeah. And that's hard because then, I don't know whether it's faith or trust or, that my higher power is going to work it out.
Right.
Or it ain't needed right now. I don't know. I love school though. I enjoy it. And I don't want to fail. I don't. This is my first time going back to school in 30 years.
30 years.
30
Wow.
years, man.
Wow.
I haven't been to school in 30 years.
It's a long time. I mean, it sounds like you're working really hard though. It seems like you're working really hard.
Yeah.
But that's got to be tough to, decide. If your priorities include school and getting your daughter back, those are tough priorities to decide which one is going to come first.
I can do that. School and my daughter and work, I can do that. It's the other stuff, which is trying to find a relationship and then trying to write a book and then trying to, go to meetings. That's when it gets kind of crazy. When, I put that fourth thing on the plate that isn't beneficial to me, like dealing with somebody else's emotions.
Right.
That gets kind of hard. And as I'm sitting here, I'm really beginning to see I may not have time to deal with somebody else's emotions.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There isn't.
I may not have time to deal with somebody else. Wow. I may not have time.
So
Deal with somebody. I never looked at it like that. I'm dealing with somebody else's emotions.
Yeah.
I ain't never looked at it like that. I ain't never feel that way.
That's what a relationship is, basically.
Wow. I got enough going on. I ain't got time. Today, somebody else's emotions might get me a little crazy.
Throw a wrench in your emotions.
Wow.
And then, assuming you get your daughter back too, those are more emotions you'd have to deal with.
Yeah, because she goes through a lot, man. Her whole focus is she likes it that I'm in school. She accepts that she's in karate, and so when the week that I get her, I'm supposed to do nothing but spend it with her. And I've been throwing monkey wrenches in there, and having my friend over and meeting with him, and it's not working out. So now it becomes unfair to I've introduced somebody that I probably got to take out
Right.
the picture.
Yeah.
And so my sponsor, you know, I love him because he called me an asshole, you know, and that's good because it allows me to look at myself.
Right.
You know, that's why I put my life kind of like in their hands
Mm-hmm.
to tell me what you see, you know, and I got to take the good with the bad.
They say if your sponsor's not pissing you off, then he's not doing the job.
Okay, so.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it sounds like your daughter's proud of you, and it sounds like you're excited to have her around. So I think, you know, it sounds like it's all going to work out. If you keep going on the right path. It sounds like you're working really hard, and I'm proud of you.
Okay.
We're running out of time today, though. I appreciate you coming by,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll get up next week, and we'll continue.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
All right. And this thing should still be. Oops. Booyah. And there's the alarm.